But the foundation, the key thing here, is all about what you allow to your soul. Would you allow anger to drive you, or you allow yourself to be driven by love? Would you allow resentment to build up as a result of what you experience from people? How you were betrayed, how you were constantly taken advantage of by people you love. Would you allow that to convert to hate, or you allow love to lead you? There is power in influence, and our experiences can influence us. There are people who refuse to go into relationship today because of their past experiences. They are afraid that they might experience the same thing they experienced in the past. And this is where the word of God comes in. Allow the past to stay in the past. Learn the lesson you need to learn and move on. Try again. Give it another chance again. Give relationship another chance. Give your goal another chance. Don't allow the failure of the past to influence your decision today. Because if you allow the failure of your past to influence your decision today, it will affect your future. Experience have the power to make and unmake a man. It depends on how you interpret your experience. Many of us grew up in an environment where hatred is extremely available, where hatred dwells, where nobody cares about anyone. But we chose not to allow the experience of our childhood, the experience of our past, to determine who we become in life. We chose to allow the word of God to refine us. It is all about making a choice to allow the word of God to shape you, to allow the word of God to be the source of your influence. Don't hate your husband because they left you. Don't hate your wife because they left you. They had their reason why they left. They deserve your love. They deserve your forgiveness. It is what is written in the word of God. Don't hate your parent because they were not able to give you the best life you desire. Don't hate yourself because you were not able to take advantage of opportunities that were available for you. You experience whatever it is that you experienced so that you can gain more knowledge about life. Don't come out becoming resentful about life, becoming resentful to people. Sometimes I see some people, they are full of hate. They are always looking for one thing or the other to criticize in people. They never see any positivity in people. They are constantly pessimistic. They have no positive message to give to people. They are very resentful. They are always very angry. And by the time you ask them, you realize that it is something someone did to them in the past that has clouded their judgment about life. It is time for us to allow ourselves to be shaped by the positive events in our past. Why should we always allow only the bad thing that happened to us in the past to be the reason why we are doing what we do today? Why should you allow the bad experiences in our past to be our influence, to be our drive? I know that if you look very well and you look deeper into your past experiences, there are some good things inside. Why don't you allow those good things to be your drive? Why must you allow what somebody said to you in the past affect your confidence? What does the word of God say about who you are? Remember Prophet Elisha? He did not allow the people around him, he did not allow his experience with his people to determine his goal. They got to a place where the sons of the prophets, they gathered and told him, you are embarking on a fruitless journey because God is taking your master today. Elisha continued to pursue because he allowed his positive experience with his master to be his drive. My question to you is today is, who is driving you? What is driving you? What you are doing right now, what is the reason behind it? Are you the one who is allowing your past to dictate your future? Put an end to that today so that you can enjoy your life to the fullest. This life is only one. There is no duplicate. And our life is short. By the age of 70, you're already weak. You're already tired. Even if you like, go to gym every day. Eat all the veggies. Do all the ketos. Do everything that they do. Go to gym. Do all the slimming, drink all the slimming tea. You will still grow old and die. It's a reality of life. Nobody has cheated death. Even the rich, they still grow. They become weak and die. I've seen people who were very young and they were very agile in their young age, doing everything at their old age. Somebody have to hold their hands. Somebody have to hold their hands because they are weak and feeble. That is how God reminds us of who we are. Without Him, we are nothing. Why should you allow the negativities of your past, of your childhood, to rob you of your blessing again? Why not allow yourself to live your life to the fullest? Live your life to the fullest. Be happy. Choose to remember the good things that happened in your past. Choose to remember the blessing of your past. Don't remember the pain of your past. Another thing I want to also mention is that we can also be influenced by our religious belief, which is the biblical standard. That one is good. We must allow the Bible to instruct us. And the third one I'm going to mention today is we can be influenced by the person who touched our life. There was a young man I met who became who he's supposed not to be. I don't want to mention the word. He started considering himself to be a woman. He's a young boy. He started considering himself to be a woman. And he was so resentful. He was so angry. Upon listening to him, he just chose that life. He just chose that life. Not because he wanted to be like that. You know why? He became what he became, what she became, because of the person who touched his life. When he was rejected by his parents, when he was rejected by the family, when he was rejected by friends, when he was rejected by people who he relied on, people he loved, when he was betrayed by them, there was only one person who showed up for him. It was that person who showed up for him that influenced his life and made him become something else. There are many of our young boys out there today who became rogue in the street as a result of influence, as a result of who showed up for them. Who showed up for them. The simplest thing that the church can do is to be there. It's not everybody that needs money. Some people just need care. Some people just need love. Some people just need attention. Listen, pastors, listen. Just listen. And offer words of encouragement. Give people your shoulder to cry on. That's all they need. Imagine somebody who is rejected by his family, who has been abandoned by his family, and he has no other person to comfort him. He has nobody to advise him. He has nobody to lead him. He found himself among boys. And anytime boys are sad, they use illegal substance to calm themselves down. They use drugs, they use weeds, they use marijuana, they use different kind of hard drugs to sort of numb their pain. And he found himself in the midst of these people. He began to take substance. He became addicted. And now the same society began to castigate him for having dreads, for having tattoos all over his body, for being a bad guy. Whereas you don't understand why he got to that place in the first place. You don't know what led him there. There are many women today who are victims of rape, not because they wanted to be raped, but because they are looking for a way to survive. They are struggling, and then they met this unfortunate incident that changed their life forever. Who are you to judge? I always tell people, who are you to judge? If you enter people's shoe